everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss. I'm just asking everybody when they come on, the guests come on, no matter if they're company, brand, artist, just support them. Buy their merchandise, buy their books, buy their stuff. Just do your due diligence. They will send it to you anywhere you in the world or that you have access to. But anyways, I have a very special guest on today, and she's going to tell us all about all the things that she does. And she's an author of Sparkle and Shine, Get Your Brilliance Out, and we're going to find out about that. And also, she's a healer, a mentor, and a coach. And no other further ado, I introduce to you Michele Ho Long.
Hello, the boss. It is such a pleasure to be here with you today.
Wow. Well, I noticed that you had the promo card in the back there.
I love it.
Like,
It's my colors.
People gonna look and say, "Whoa, that's different."
Well, it matches the S, right? The S over here.
S is sparkle.
The path to your dreams.
Yes. So, Michele, hold on. Can you tell everybody what's your background or your culture, so that they all know? Here on Real Life Matters, we everybody like to know that.
Okay, so the accent. I have a very different accent. It's Jamaican.
Wow.
So I'm Jamaican Chinese, and I wasn't born with a silver spoon. Like, I have a picture of me in a little galvan aluminum, basin sitting in there, like because my grandparents had a shop in Maypen in Jamaica, and they had chickens and everything there, and there was no running water really. It was just we had an out, one of those out toilet things. And so I grew up there, and we learned the value of working hard.
Okay.
And then my father died when I was about 12, and I learned something very important at that age, because as sad as I was in the parking lot, and I found I had a smile on my face. And I thought, wait a second, what's going on? And what was happening was I saw all these people coming to the funeral. And I thought, it is so good to see that so many people are paying respect to my father. And at 12, I realized in that instant that happiness comes from inside. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It didn't matter how sad I was, but happy, we can make ourselves happy by just how we frame things that are happening in our lives. And for me, that was a big thing. And my mother decided that we needed to move to Canada. So we moved to Canada, and I had a lot of things to learn, because it was something where, you were uprooted. And at that time in Jamaica, you couldn't say where you're going. You just said, bye, see you tomorrow. And everybody took up. One of those things, right? Everybody, yeah. Because at that time, a lot of people were leaving Jamaica just because it was getting very violent. And so that's a state of affairs. And coming to a strange country, being told I didn't have Canadian experience, and all that in there. And I learned how to stand up for myself and how to say no. That was a thing I learned. And then I learned how to take control of my mind, how to go after the things I wanted, no matter if someone was telling me it wasn't something that I should do or I was qualified to do.
Okay.
So one of the things I did was I was told I'd never be a quality manager. I wasn't an engineer. I didn't have oil gas experience. I didn't have manufacturing experience, but I had a love of process. I applied for a job, I got it.
Wow.
And an HR manager had told me I'd never be a quality manager. So, you never tell me never. And in that process, I went through a spiritual path in a way, because you know how it is being a mommy, super mom, having to raise a family, 3 kids. And I got the company ISO 9001 certified, not one, 9002 certified in a year from scratch by myself. So what I learned in that space of time is you have to start to be CEO of yourself. You have to be able to manage your frame of mind, your thoughts, how you're dealing with negative feedback coming back, and how you stand up for yourself, and how you move and balance things as best you can, and really how you talk to yourself. And that was a start. I wasn't really good at it, but over the next few decades, I've got really good at that.
Well, you did. You said that you worked at that's at HP.
Yes.
Yes, and it was very male. You didn't have They didn't have any much men in there.
Well, HP did
But
have
no, they had
men.
more men. They didn't have much women in there.
Well, no, that the place it didn't have many women was at the oil and gas company I got
Okay.
hired to at, because there I was the only woman manager and there weren't very many female in the
Jeez.
they were just in admin, right?
Hmm.
And that's who I had to take to ISO, get them certified. So I
Oh,
looked at them, the first day, and they looked, sized me up. I'm only 5 feet, right? And they
oh, you
sized
look
me up, and
taller.
I said, and I said to them, we're gonna have fun. And they looked, we don't come to work to have fun. And I said, I'm so sorry, if you don't come to work to have fun, we're here most of the day. So many hours of the day.
Right.
I said, so I don't know about you, but I come to work to have fun. You can work and have fun and still get work done, good work done.
Right.
And it's all about how you take things and then how you apply it and how you frame things so that you can stay in that happy place. Because if you're in that happy place, you can attract more. The law of attraction, right? That's in my book.
Sparkle and shine.
Yes.
So, what made you want to become an author?
There was this thing inside of me that I wanted to help other people who were struggling. Well, not really. I'm not struggling, but wanted to help people who are struggling. And the timing was kind of right. It was delayed because of COVID, but when the book came out, it was at the perfect time, just after COVID.
Okay.
So the book has step by step, how do you do different things in different areas of your life so you can achieve what it is you want. And it starts with finding your purpose, your mission, your understanding your values, understanding yourself, getting to self-awareness. It goes into being, what do you have to do to be CEO of you? Why is that so important? What does that really mean? It goes into how you can tame the gremlins, as I like to put it, in your head.
Gremlins.
The things that talk to you and go na na na, na, and then you can't turn it off. It seems sometimes, and you think it's you, but it isn't.
Hmm.
It could
Well,
be
that
things.
makes your process different because now there's a lot of people that want to be um, coaches, self motivation. So, but it's a special gift within you that you're doing this. It's not like you're just acquiring it.
Right. So yes. So how that happened was I had a ski accident
Okay.
in 2007, Christmas Day, actually. And in that process, I found out I had a gift of sparkle. That's an energy I bring to the table. And I
Okay.
was learning different healing modalities, quantum healing modalities, different energy healing modalities, including Reiki and, matrix energetics, Yun energetics, different ones. And then on that path, I was told I had my own gift. And then I realized I was there, there's certain things people are telling me to do, and I was doing different things with my hands, right? so so it was, and then it was something that was, I didn't accept at first. I said, who am I? Like, this isn't, it's woo woo. I was from the corporate, and I thought, like, that's scary stuff to be having this
From you
woo,
relating to corporate to go
yeah,
into
this woo woo
this.
frame, and then you're going,
Yes.
can I really be professional and be seen as this person who can help people in this
Right.
different way? And then I got over it just recently to decide to come out and speak. And this is why I'm here with you tonight. Because I was avoiding telling people I could do this. I was hesitant to tell people. And I guess you could say I'm stepping out on the stage now to say, yes, I can help you.
Okay. So
So
so you're getting So all this happened. You were in corporate. So when this now you know you have this gifting. So now you're bringing it out.
That's right, because it was funny because there was this fellow, and I was in Fort St. John on a quality, trip to look at their system and so forth. And I met this fellow on one overnight, 1 day trip in and out.
Yeah,
And when I saw him the second time, all of a sudden he says, I have this problem. I said, how are you today? I'm going to see this for surgery. I don't know this guy, right?
you're right.
So I said, okay, so something says, well, he told you that. Obviously, you have to ask him why. So I said, why? And he said, I can't bend my arm. I said, okay, well, maybe I'll help you do some, I do some energy work. Would you like me to help you? He says, homeopathic. I said, no, 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 it's not homeopathic anymore because I do that too, right? I know that.
Right.
And so we went into his office, and I was surprised he had, said to help him, right? Agreed for me to try and see if it would work. So he sat down, and I stood away from him about 2 feet, and I'm doing this, the way I work. And then about 10 minutes later, because I was going out to get to the airport, he said, he stood up and went, how did you do that? And 10 years later, the testimonial is on my website. He said he had bursitis for many years,
Okay.
and his arm felt so good after he didn't have to have surgery, and it hasn't bothered him since.
Wow.
So my boss at the time in corporate was passing by my office, and he was a visiting boss, and he says, I hear you help Ken over the phone.
Oh,
And I kind of went, oh, me? No, why? What you talking about? So, I mean, that's a background, right? It's
right.
this thing about, well, it's not me. I don't believe it's something that I have a gift of helping with, but it's about you,
Right.
and you have to allow it. And then
Right.
I do whatever I do, and somehow, God delivers. Because if it was me, I would know exactly what I'm doing, right? But I don't know. I just say, "How are you doing? what are you noticing? Oh, you can bend your arm. Oh, that's pretty cool, right?"
So what did your boss say? What did he just kept going?
He
Oh,
just looked at me, and I said, well, yeah, I kind of can do a little bit of, and then he told other people.
so
But
he
it
was.
was,
So he needed help too.
well, not really, but he just found it interesting. But it's
Oh,
it's that part of getting caught,
right. Protocol.
but I still didn't let on for years after, because I still was hesitant to let people know.
Okay. So then now you finally came through. People, I'm just telling the viewers at home that we're going to bring Michele back a few segments because it's so much to dissect with her. So, you got to take it in stages.
Well, the question is right now is, how do you feel now, even if it's a recorded session, and then once you finish, how do you feel after? Because
Okay.
energy is not about time.
Okay.
But although I do think if you're in person, in person, and the live in person time, that you are more in a space of accepting what you're noticing, right?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you came
So,
on the call with me today earlier, and I said, how do you feel when you came on? And then if I ask you, no, how do you feel? Because we've been on in the background a bit. So how
yeah,
do you feel now? What is there a difference?
I feel a bit different. You know what I mean? Like I didn't expect anything like this. I didn't know what Michele did or anything, but you feel a little different because you were wondering what was happening, but something was happening because she has that power. That
Well,
you
I
can
don't know if
feel
it's
the
that,
power,
but it's just an energy. It's everything's
energy.
energy. Everything is energy and vibration. And if you can tap into it, and my goal is to help my clients to get their energy revved up. So you hear about people talking about people's frequency. So if
So
you can
talk
get your
about. So
frequency,
tell us about the your friend when she saw the sparkle, the S coming out from your choker.
oh, this yeah, this pendant, I was wearing it. It was about midnight one night, and I had sparkled. I say call it sparkled because I said, she says, I opened my eyes as you were finishing, and I looked and I saw your pendant sparkling. It was flashing. And she says, it wasn't doing that before you started to sparkle me, to work on me. And she says, look, it's doing it now. And we looked at it, and the thing was just, and I have a video of it, and it
Wow.
was just going along. And then every time I laughed, it would go like that more. So I don't know. The camera picks it up. Not all cameras pick it up.
Okay.
But the camera I have is an ISIS. It picks it up for some reason. And typically on that one, she says it's funny because you have a beach scene with the water moving behind you, and right now you're getting pinker and you look like a lobster out of the water.
So,
And so I started to play with it because what she says, look, your hands there's energy coming out. I can see it, right?
okay.
Because some of the cameras is electronics, and electronics picks up frequencies. And you have those who don't believe, and they say, well, that's not really, and it's a camera that's going on, it's degrading or whatever.
Oh,
But we played with, I was going like this, because as I did this, you would see the thing move on the camera, on the screen, on Zoom, right? And I have that.
wow.
And then after it started to change color. It would get brighter. And so I had a lot of fun that night.
So tell us about your like people that they can purchase it if they do like a card, or is it you say you have one reading that you do different types?
Well, I only did that for you specially. But
Okay.
the cards I have, they were how I started out with my intuitive art, because my art is healing.
Okay.
And I have a art studio at Vasa in St. Albert in Canada, here in Alberta.
Okay.
And my art is there for sale. And my art, people, when they connect with a piece, it's all about what connects with you.
Okay.
It shifts them in their space. They may feel happier, they may feel more delight, they may feel more abundant, or they just feel good, and it shifts the
Okay.
space they're hung in. And
Okay.
so the cards that I showed you, they're these ones. I don't market much. I haven't been marketing, but they are available, and they're 45 feel good cards, I call them. And the first time when I had the prototype, I took it to a conference, and there was a table as at, and there was a lady who she bought my cards because she could feel them. And then
Okay.
she sent me a testimonial to say that these cards, it's fun and meaningful to experiment, because each card has its own energy, and it makes her house feel lighter and brighter. And moving them around in relation to each other makes a difference. So she says she loves them,
Okay.
you
All
know.
right. And then you said, and then your book you said is your own, the Sparkle and Shine book is the only one that has that, like you said, one of your customers or one of your clients, they said that it has the diagram, so they keep that with them as their go-to book.
Yeah, one of my clients, he told me, I asked him how he liked reading it, and he says he loved it. And I said, well, why? He says he's an avid reader. Uh, and his name is actually Darrell Samoila. He's in the book, actually. 'Cause
Oh, he's in the book.
he's in the book as
I don't
well.
say he carries the book, he's in the book.
Yeah, he's in the book. And he said that the he reads a lot, and this book has 10 books he'd have to read in different subject areas in order to get what's in the book. Because and he said the other thing was, you'd have to the other books don't give you, only give you the validation why it is you should be reading the book, and they don't give the how to's. How do you do it? He says my book, he says this book actually tells you the steps.
Okay.
It tells you how to do what it is you have to do. And he says that's why, he said, and that's when he told me, you see this book, I carry it in my briefcase, because if I'm missing something, he said, I go to the page and I see what step I'm missing or what it is I'm missing. And
Wow.
he's not the only one who's told me that. I have my CTO told me that. So it was pretty interesting and very nice feedback to get, because I tried to keep it short and concise, and the diagrams inside of it has a lot of energy in them, and it also gives more detail than what is actually written. It's more supplemental to what
Okay.
is written there.
And you also do sessions. You don't have to be right in front of you. You could do like a Zoom session, or
Right. So my the
some people you have
best
to
I
be
can
right in
see.
front of them and stuff.
Right. I do it on Zoom, on the phone. It doesn't matter in person. It's still the energy still just still goes.
Energy's in it.
And
Okay.
it is not where I have to be working on you, where even when I'm coaching, people get they get
They get it.
yeah.
Okay. So you do people, you say you work on different people, from it doesn't matter what.
That's right.
Clients
Yeah.
come to you, the
They
clients
come
come
to me
to you.
from the first. Some people come to me for physical issues that
Okay.
they're they haven't got they don't know what to do with.
Okay.
Or and some people come with other business or coaching or whatever. Like it I have experience on all levels. I can help people with process. I mean, I did ISO 9001 audits. I set ISO systems up on business process. So I have a very unique mix of corporate, business, mommyhood, 3 kids.
All the
you know,
above.
right? And I have marketing experience. I mean, I do my own setup for like you see here, streaming, right? The
Okay.
marketing piece, the presenting piece, PowerPoint. So all different levels. I do law. I'm a certified law of attraction coach,
Yes, that's what.
right? So I talk about a whole bunch of things, and I jump around a lot. So people who are with me, they have to put up with me jumping.
And you do art. Your art is
Do
very
art.
special.
Yes, my art is healing art. So there's a flow to it, and you can actually, if you get a square picture painting from me, it's 8 paintings in one because you can rotate it. And every time you rotate it, there's
You
a
see,
different shift, and you
I
see
know,
different
I know.
things.
Everybody at home is probably a little, what's going on? I want to know more. But she's going to come back and she's going to just, dissect. She's going to talk today about this. Then she's going to talk about that, right? Which is good. But we'll just wait one moment. It seems like maybe her camera or something is has cut out. But anyways, Michelle, she does a lot of stuff. Her book, I know, I encourage people to get her book, to get the get the healing book, the Sparkle and Brilliance, because it's going to help you a lot in your career, in things that you have to do, in things in life that you must, you're trying to accomplish. Also, she can coach you, she can advise you on your business, where you're supposed to be, maybe what you're supposed to focus on, all the other aspects and life. Because when I was talking to her off the air, when I was talking to her off the air, that's what was transpiring, and she was talking about different things that she did. So that's why I said that we just have to dissect her down so that people can understand and go and purchase the book, purchase, get, and not just purchase the book, but make sure you understand what you're purchasing so that you know what you're doing. So some people actually do try and do all those things. And she's also, a law of attraction specialist coach, which a lot of people don't realize. And and sometimes you go to some people and they're not, a lot of them are not, um, they're in this stuff, but sometimes they're not corporate, and because she can work out with you, you know how to do things, and she knows how to relate with you corporately, physically. Okay, all right, she can talk to you because she's a people person and people oriented. So what happens that when a person like this comes to you and they talk to you, she can tell you a lot of things because she had told me some information. You can also see it on her website, and all the, all the stuff that she has, and all of her experience, of her life experience, has gone down, and she's talked about so much avenues, so many different stuff that she's done. So, and then now she's here. So, she was talking before about the art, her art, and here she's back. I was telling everybody about how you're self-rounded and self-linked. You came back. So I was just saying that she was talking about the art. So I guess here you are. You can continue about your art, how you could shift the art different places,
Yeah, so you
different
can use,
ways.
yeah, you can turn the art and actually, hold on.
All
Best
right.
way. Here's one.
Wow.
Okay, and I don't know why the colors aren't looking quite
The
accurate,
way
but
they're supposed to. But
yeah.
okay.
So if you look at that, right, and if
Mm-hmm.
I look at rotate it this way, hold on,
Okay.
there,
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
if
then
they
I
want to
turn,
really see the colors, they got to purchase.
yeah, and then I turn it this way. The colors are not true. I don't know why. It's
Okay.
looking very different. And
Because
then,
it's because it's
but you
LED.
notice the feeling, right? If you notice the
Right.
feeling, and then
Mm-hmm.
I turn it this way,
Okay.
and then you notice what you see and what you
Right.
feel, and then this way.
Okay. And you draw all of those arts.
Oh yeah, it's intuitive. I don't really draw. I just flow.
Flow. Oh, that's a good word. You flow with it.
That's right. Yeah, one of the fellows I used to work with, and he used to help me with my audits because I was a lead auditor,
Yes.
and then he used to assist me because he was an engineer as well. And when I showed him my paint, he says, not so much this one. He says, but your paintings are just like your flow charts. They're just lines. So
Oh,
this one is like, so you see that's the way I usually hang it, but it doesn't matter to
okay.
me which way. And as
And
you
it kind
turn
of
it, you get
matches
a
your
different.
top you have on too.
What's that?
Kinda-
That was a birthday present from my daughter. Actually, it's pretty
yeah,
cool,
they're really
funky,
nice.
isn't
I
it?
really like the flashiness of with all the
Yeah,
colors and stuff. I like the flash
right.
and the
Because
bling and all that.
yeah, but the thing is that one is not showing you the flow so much. Let me see. I'm gonna just grab another one here
Okay.
off my wall. So this one here is called this one here. That is more the flow. You see.
Okay.
And it actually is blues and reds, and you can't you see it looks more black on there. I don't know why the camera is picking up the color that
Yeah,
way.
because it's a camera lens, so it's not going to pick up.
Yeah, so but the thing is, if you look at the form and then I turn it,
Okay.
and then you look at what you see
Oh, it's
coming out of the
different.
form,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you see if you can feel it,
Okay.
right? There.
Mm-hmm.
And if I turn it again, it's black
Oh,
and
you
white.
see something different.
It's a black and white on the, I don't know why
Yes,
it's
it's black and white because that's how
because
it
it
is
if you
picking up.
saw it, I can send you a picture after it. There's blues, there's aquas, there's purples, there's reds, but it's
Wow.
looking black and white. And I've never seen my my paintings of this color on a
So people can purchase those those
yes,
paintings
they
that
can. It's in my studio. These are actual paintings. They're on canvas, many of them.
okay.
And if they're really serious, they could arrange to have a Zoom meeting with me, and I can take them into the studio, literally be there and
Okay.
show them the paintings, and they can see if any speak to them. Zoom is a bit more accurate on the color. I
Yeah,
don't know if this is
because it
because
because they show the color. Yeah.
yeah, I
Because
don't know if this is because it's restream, right?
yeah.
But Zoom is more accurate, I find, because I've never seen them look this black and white before.
Well,
And I'm red, but the painting is black and white, so I don't know. But again, the paintings, as I
maybe
said,
it's the energy.
yeah, the paintings have an energy in them,
Yes.
that I know, and it's somehow it gets in there. I don't know how it does that. I've
So
come to
these these, these
realize
these paintings and stuff, they range in a different price range, or they
they're all different price ranges,
okay.
and it just depends on
And
what
the different size or what flows with you,
it's. Yeah,
whatever.
it's not by the size either. It's what is the energy of it. Like my
Okay.
little baby ones, they're 4x4. There's a set price for those, and those are
Okay.
$85 Canadian.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the 6x6 are a bit more. They're 100 and
Well, we
something.
got to
But
get your stuff. We got to get you. You got to get your stuff out there. And how
yeah,
much? And if somebody wanted to get the book and stuff, so how much would that be?
so the book is $50 on my website,
Okay.
US, or is it Canadian? I think it's US. And
Is it on?
on
It's on your
the
website or is
big
it
the way to get it, if you like digital books, is
okay.
on Amazon.com or Amazon.ca, because
Okay.
there it's like less than $10 US for
Oh,
the digital book.
the digital one. So it's
Yeah.
10. But if people want to have the physical book in their
Then
house,
they can order it on my website,
okay.
and then I will ship it to them. And actually, for readers, for people listening, if they if they order it, I will, and they say they got you off of this show.
Okay.
I don't know if I should be doing this, but
Yes, you can.
I will autograph it for them.
Woo! Well, people be happy with that one. And then you also have an audible version for people that
I have
can't.
it's not audible, it is my own narration,
Okay.
and I actually narrated it. So if my voice is okay, then you can order my audiobook on the website as well. And that's 19.99 or something like that
Okay.
on the website.
So there's no excuse for some because you've had people in sessions that don't have their sight and they had experiences also, right?
Right. Yeah. So on my website there are testimonial videos on there of people
Okay.
I've worked with, and I have a lot more, but it's just not enough room to put it on there, right?
You're gonna have to break down your website and
It's very simple right now. I'm not, if someone is really interested and they think they want to work with me, they can always on my website book out a session with me, a call,
okay.
not a session, a call, and then
So
we,
what's your
I will
website again then that they can go to?
mentor me
Okay.
mentorme
Hmm.
at .com. Sorry,
Mentor me
m.com.
m.com.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's so that way they can get the book there. They can order the book there if they want to have a session with you there, and they can see some of your products. Correct?
Right. They can they can if they're serious, because the other part is I have a VIP program. My membership and my VIP program are by application, because I'm
Oh,
very picky about who I.
so they got to fill out a profile then.
Yeah, they
Okay.
answer a few questions because I'm very specific about who I help.
Okay.
Um, I'm looking for people who want to help other people who have hearts of gold.
Okay. Well, that's good if somebody wants to help other people also. That that you
Right,
have
and who
you
want
have
it
your
first. They may
boundaries.
need to help themselves first in order to
Right.
help other people.
Right.
And from time to time, I do a lot of pro bono sessions too. I
Okay.
mean, uh, so
I
don't
got
get.
some people in Calgary that will want to come out there. Some family members that are right out there. They be coming at your door.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them after. No, and then they'll say, "What? Who?"
but the thing I wanted to get across to people is, no matter how bad it is, if you keep your sights on where it is you want to go,
Okay.
and you focus on try and find the silver lining in whatever it is there is, then you can overcome anything. But if you keep on going down and you don't stop yourself, then it's very hard to come back up. So the sooner you can stop yourself and get help or get a friend to help you, the sooner you can do that, the sooner you can stop thinking about what is not working and start to think of what you do want to do, then there's a chance that you can get to where you want to go.
Well, that's good advice. So don't focus on what's not working. Focus on what you want to work.
Right. And the thing with it is, uh okay, I'm gonna give a hint, is on my Instagram account
Okay.
at Sparkle Your All, I do have some of my paintings on there, and I had one guy, he was at the Ritz
Follow,
at one of
follow,
the.
follow, and purchase,
No, well,
purchase.
what happened is, I'll have to tell you that we were at the Ritz
Right.
hotel in Dallas, And he was just saying, what do you do? And you gave, this fellow, the person at the front, I have crystal cards, ice crystal photos that I took, which are magical in themselves too. And he
Wow.
says, so, you paint too? I said, yeah. So he says, could you show me some of your paintings? So I went to my account and I started flipping. He says, which one would you pick for me? And I'd never had that question before. And so I scrolled through, I said, this one. And it was actually one that's hanging outside my office here. And he says, what's that? I said, this one is called, shoot, what is it called now? But it's about indomitable, like determination, just, you know,
Perseverance,
not perseverance. It's determination.
determination.
It's just focused on what it is.
Okay.
I forget the name now. Just
Yeah.
it'll come back to me.
Okay.
And he looked at it and he looked at it. And always he says, how much does it cost? I said, why? He says, I've been trying to decide something for weeks. And looking at that painting, all of a sudden, I know exactly
Wow.
what I need to do. He says, how much is I need to get that painting. And the sad part was I didn't, I was thinking, well, I won't take the money. I'll just wait until, until I package it up and then I'll take the money then. And then he was traveling and I was doing other things. And when I called him later, he says, oh, it's good. I got what I needed.
Oh, that's all right.
Right. But the whole point was looking at it. It cleared his mind and he was able to make a decision for his business. So at my on my Instagram account, if you're feeling, if you're really having trouble and you're feeling down, take a look, scroll through, see if one of my paintings speaks to you. Sit with it. Even you can put it on your computer, you can look on your phone, just sit with it. Don't even have to do anything. Just have it up and see if it makes a difference. Just simple.
People, you hear it, you got it right there from the master. Go see what speaks to you and then reach out and she will answer you. And
Yeah, and
Michelle,
if you do that and it does help, I'd love to get, see your comments on the page or whatever. I have not actually been, as I said, because I was kind of not sure I wanted to let people know I do this. I was not reaching out or marketing or doing any of that.
well, they do now. Well, they
And
know about you now, dearie.
yeah, so my friends are retiring, but for me, my kids are all grown. They're very, very independent. They're self-sufficient. And for me, I don't see myself on a beach. I mean, I go there, but that's not my idea of a holiday. My idea
Right.
of a holiday is meeting up with people and then maybe going to the beach and helping people, right? That when I am able to help people feel better, do better, be better, just just help them to get to a different space. That's what fulfills me. That lights me up. When I
Wow.
can have people get a hop to their skip and smile on their lips, as I read to you on one of my little booklet in the card deck.
Yeah.
That is what really gets me. It's a really uh different feel. It's hard to express the feeling. It's really hard. I think talking to you before we got on live here today, I think
Yes.
you have an idea of what that feels like. But
Mhm.
it's something that it fulfills me. And not only that, it energizes me. So people say, Michelle, you're doing this. And when I work on people, I do a lot of, because it's like I'm moving things with my hands. I'm
Mhm.
moving the energy. I'm not doing, I'm not actually channeling. It's not like Reiki where I'm channeling anything through me.
Okay.
This is where I'm working, and that's the universe is where things are. It's connecting with, the energy out there. It's not
Okay.
where it's in the body, or it's just moving things in the matrix of, some people talk about the matrix of the universe. It's like
Yes.
that. I'm moving things in the matrix of the universe, and it's hard to describe, but it's like I'm conducting, or but I when I work very energetically.
Hmm. Okay.
And
So what you what you gonna do is we're gonna take one part and one piece, and then she's gonna give a little tips, and tell us, well, okay, this is Michele. This is what she does. This is what we're talking about today. Then we're going to do another part so that, it was just kind of like today was just like an overview, just giving everybody what you do. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to reach out to you because they saw some of those paintings and images that you're doing. You encouraged everybody to go and look and see on your Instagram there to see what pulls out to you, what like jumps out to you that says, oh, you know what, that's me. Keep it open, try it and see.
right, and the painting doesn't have to be big. Like I told you the story of the lady who came into my studio, and it was a 4x4 painting, 4 inch by 4 inch canvas, and she said, and I heard her saying it was black outside. It was winter, middle of winter, and she's late at night, like 8, 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, and she's going, I don't like green, but I want to go to work. So I looked at her and I said, do you do art like I do? Like, is that your work? She says, no, I'm a financial advisor. I said, but why is it like it's 8 o'clock and why is it you want to go to work? She says, you don't understand.
Right.
I have for months not felt good and not felt like working. And holding this painting, looking at it, I just want to go to work.
You see?
And then she bought the painting and she bought another green painting. A frame print, right? And she says, I'm gonna keep that one for myself. Nobody's gonna see that one. And then she the next night at about 11 o'clock, she sent me a picture of the painting with her Chinese you know in her fine office, her green office. Her
Wow.
wall was green at her workplace, right? And she had the little painting and other painting, other things under
Because she felt that to her.
right. So having it in your space shifts the space, is what people are telling me.
Okay.
So it's kind of
Well,
cool.
we're gonna have it in your space. You next time you're gonna show some of the stuff you have there, and some of the little things that you have. You'll be a little bit more. You'll be prepared for that, and we'll go through it. So, are there any, Michele? I'm telling you, everybody's probably said they learned so much from this from this one episode. They're probably overloaded, but it's okay. Overload is okay. So, are there any shout outs you want to give to any people that's maybe assisted in your book or?
Well, I'd like shout outs. Yes, I'd like to shout out to my sister. She does energy work, to Diane Holung, and she's amazing. She has a way with words and a sense of the words, and she can actually, unlike me, I don't really see or feel the energy. I just know. I have a knowing.
Okay.
And it comes to me, and it doesn't really mean I know. No, yeah, it's really weird.
Maybe she got to come on too.
Yeah, right, maybe. But she has a knowing, and she has a thing around the words, and she can feel the energy, and it's almost real to her. Whereas for me, I don't know how to explain it, but I just have my knowing is different.
Okay. And who
Right.
else? Anybody else?
And shout out to, I guess, to the people who are in my book, who took the time to share their wisdom, because there's a lot of people's nuggets in there, actually, including Mighty Mystic.
Oh, okay.
Right, he is a reggae artist.
Okay.
And there's Kim Farbotton. She has a paint spot, and her story is inspirational to me because she was young, she loved art, and she jumped at the opportunity to start her business. And she's a really cool person, and she didn't know she would do it, but she just jumped into it, and she's loving every minute.
Okay.
And she has this art walk in Edmonton where I am, and there's probably the last time I checked, it was like 400 artists showing their art and being able to market every, in the summertime. So these people in my book are very special people. And John Diggs, he stood up against, well, what he didn't stand up. What he did was he shared how alternative remedies would help, and he spoke out at the national level when the government tried to stop the availability or restrict the availability of homeopathics and things like that. And I really truly, if you don't know homeopathics, check it out. Make sure you're looking at reputable sources for your information, because not everything you read on the internet is correct. And they sound like it's correct, but it isn't. So make sure you're checking out the science of homeopathy, or Margaret Black's The Patient, Not the Cure. Books that are legitimately solid in what they are telling you,
Okay.
because homeopathics are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more mainstream now than it was when I started using it in 1990.
Okay.
At that
All
point,
right.
my husband was telling me that I was poisoning our children, because homeopathic remedies are made, the actual mother substance are very bad poisons,
Mm-hmm.
but it's an energetic medicine. You have to understand it to understand that it's in the homeopathic form. It's not poisonous. It's
Okay.
very beneficial and very powerful.
Well, we're going to break it down with you. I'm telling you, unfortunately, we have to come to an end. But just say your website one more time, and your Instagram, and for people that didn't get it, and then we're gonna sign out.
Okay, so my Instagram is at Sparkle, SparkleYourall. And
Okay.
then my website is mentormem.com.
All right. So you got, and then you can make and reach out to her, and she will answer. Michele, everybody. So I do want to thank you, Michele Holung, for telling us about
Well,
this Jamaica.
yes, and thank you so much, DeBoss. I can't believe that I am on air saying what I'm saying tonight, because
Well, you are. It's a reality. This real life matters, and you're saying it, and you're talking about your matters, and you're gonna see yourself, and you're gonna be fine with it. But anyways, I do want to thank all the viewers tonight for watching Michele. Michele tell us all about her experience, for you to experience, and for you to receive, if you want to receive what's going on. So I do want to thank that, and reach out to her. Support. These are people that can help you. So it's not somebody this is not a fake thing or anything like that. So I do want to thank you again, Michele. I will be talking to her very shortly, people. So everybody, so good night and bye for now.